Hello! Oh, wrong camera. There we go. Hello! I'm the Budget Modeler, and this is my Agora A6M Mitsubishi. I'll tell you what, I'll start that again. This is my Agora 1/18th Mitsubishi A6M Zero build. So, hope you're all well. Hope you had a great Easter. Mine was pretty cool. I got to spend the weekend with my wife, which is always marvellous. It's good as well that we actually get along. So anyway, I'm running a tad late. Just been rushing around. I haven't got anything prepped yet, which I know it's a poor excuse. So I'm just getting everything ready. So we've got the usual stuff: oil, quick setting super glue, slow setting super glue, and I've put all the oil over my bench. Got my pot tools, which I put all of them away because I thought I'm not going to use them for a few days. I didn't, and then I suddenly realised, oh my god, I need them. And it's like, panic, where are they all? So I should have been starting at 30:30, but hey, just in case Mrs. finishes early. So let's get down to it, shall we? Where were we? We got up to stage 57, which is installing the flat motor. And this is where we are on the main fuselage. So we're up to that. So, oops, I forgot me little stickers. There you go, I'll just stick that one there because the other one will be hidden. Anyway, right, up, Mr. Hardacre's in. Plumber's rule. Oh, hell yes, mate. Hey, if you know, you know. If you don't, unlucky. Right, so stage 57. 59. 57. Right. Stage 57. So as per usual, let's wob it out and see what we've got. If anybody wants any plastic bags, just give them a shout. I've got plenty of them. So bag empty. Yep, bag's empty. So we have 5701. We have 5702. 3. 4. And then 5 and 6. So 5705 are the smaller ones and 5706 are the larger ones. So I'm going to do my usual trick. And right on here, 5705, small ones, and then 5706, large. There you go. And then we'll just take the ones out we need, as and when we need to. So I need to find if I've got my gluing stick in here. If not, I'll have to find another one. Just talk amongst yourself, guys, while I'm doing this. It won't be long. Unless I probably put it somewhere. You know me. Nicely out of the way. So don't forget where it is. And then promptly go and forget where it is. Yeah, found it. There we go. Or super glue stick. Right then. So let's flip the page and crack on. So the first thing we do is we take the motor. We take this gearage, and it is across, so it only goes in one way, and push it on. Pencil, job done. Next bit, we take the main body frame and we're after that one there. So we put that in. Oh, that's a snug fit. That's a very snug fit. Am I sure I got it the right way around? That way. Let's try it. Flip it 180. And there we go. That's a snug fit. That is very snug. So we've got that done and that done. And next we go up to this one. 5705 is what we need, which are the smaller ones. We need 2 of those. So there's 2. And we'll put the rest back. The reason I number them will become obvious. So let's take one. No, I just want one. And as you know, we'll do the usual trick. Dip it in oil. Just eases it. And then that's into touch. No, it's not into touch. It's in. Now, I was always taught if you're doing 2 or more screws, you put the first one in, a couple of threads, and then you put the second one in, a couple of threads. The reason for that is if you do the first one down and it slips slightly, you've got to undo it so you can get the other one in. Especially if they're awkward cusses. So down to touch, and then there's touch, quarter turn, just to give it a nip. So you have to excuse me, my phone's going to 10 on us. It's okay, just family chit chat. So we've screwed that in, just there, and this is what we're left with. So we haven't touched that, and where's that from? Oh, don't you just love it when you got a... Right, pop that to one side. That's... No, it's not come out of that bag, so it's come from somewhere, so I'll pop it in my pot of spare screws that I have. Got some comments. Gary T says, good evening. I've just sprayed the last couple of paint on the last coat of paint on the Spitfire. Going to give it a couple of hours and then peel off the masking and hope. Oh yes, we all do that. That's yes. And if it comes away, don't worry about it. It is fixable. Ganita cannot fault snug. Nope, you can't fault snug. So that's in, and that's what we're left with. Those 2 bits there and 4 screws. With this, you get a lot of spare stuff. So you get 3 there, but 1 spare. 4 there, but 1 spare. So I'm going to end up with a lot of spare screws. Right then, stage 58, testing and installing the aileron servo motor. See, that needs to go back in the box because it's for later. Let's crack the bag. Get everything out and check it. Make sure the bag's empty. Empty bag. Yeah, no comments, Glenn. For now. Right, so we have extra screws. I nearly missed that one. So we have got parts list, the servo motor 5801. We have the arm 5802. We have the linkage 5803, and 5804 is the set of 3 screws there, and 5805 is a set of 2 screws. Right, we need the test kit again, which is this one. Remember with this, we had fun with this, didn't we, last time? So take this servo motor and we plug it in here. Bearing in mind, last time we used that, it didn't work. Right, second time around. That's in there. We turn this on. We get a red light. So press this button. We should get a blue light. Yay! Okay. And then we put this up and down. And then we press this button. Ah, nothing's happened. Let's just try this. Right, so turn it on. We get a red button. Press that button. We get a blue light. Sorry, red light. Then we get a blue light. And then we get no. Any money, it's me. Ah, oh, nightmare. Always is a nightmare. Right, so red light, blue light. Pressing this button should reset the servo. There we go. And then press this button. Yay! Right, stop it and then reset it. There we go. Sorted. I'm useless at this. Right, turn it off. Now you know why I didn't do EAD. So we have hooked that up. Red light, blue red light. Put the arm on. Tested. Working. So we have this little tinker. And we do it this way. And this servo goes in. Ooh. There. Like so, with the cables facing this way. Oh, guess what? Yes, there we go. And then we take 5804 and 5804, 3 smaller ones. There we go. Take this one. Dib. Make sure it's just in, and then take another one. That's in. Take that one down to touch. And then this one down to touch. And then quarter turn. Quarter turn. So they're in. It's got to come off again. Doesn't tell you that. And that should be facing straight down. And then we take one of the small screws. No, we need a thinner bit. Let's go for 0. Into the oil. And then screw that up. There we go. That's nice and tight. Where's those? Right then. We've got those 2 spare. I know where this one goes because I forgot to put it in. Right, there we go. There's that sorted. So I was using that for something else the other day. So what we should be left with is one of those, and that's it. So that can go. Right, I need to bag those 2 parts and that part. So that is we are on 58.03. That will go back in the box. I'm not putting it to one side because I'll lose the bloody thing. That can go there, and these 2 parts can go in here. And they are 57.02 and 3. 57.02, 57.03. There's a lot of this. Don't throw your bags away if you make this. There's a lot of times where you'll get stages and you'll only use 1 part, and then you've got 4 parts to care for, which can be a bit of a pain. So that's where we're at with this. Just as it shows us there. Right then. Oh, yeah, okay. Back to the wing by the look of it. Testing the elevator servo motor and elevator assembly. Right then. So pack 59. Okay. Right, it's got. I've already been in this. The reason I've been in this is because I had to get this extension thing out because it doesn't work without that. Mr. Hardacre said, it's like building Lego. There are always some little bricks left. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Everything's out of that bag. Oh, more bearings. More bubbles. Right, stop playing. Right, so slat or flat? Probably slat. That can go in the bin. So we have 59.01, 59.02, 59.03, 59.04, 59.05, 59.06. Ooh, bloody bearings. Scared of. Oh, it's this part. I hate this part. Right. 59.07, 59.08, which are 2, 59.09. is a bearing, 5910 and 5911 are screws, one set of 4 and one set of 3. So 5910 is the 4, 2, 3 and 4, and 5911 is the set 3 that go there. So we'll save this bag, because you bet and bottom dollar that you know you're going to need some screws at some stage. Right, so let's start stage 50. Didink. Servo test motor, power light, LED test connector, motor test connect. Right, so we are 5201. Ah, I remember this one. Yeah, 5201. This had me throwing a right wobble. It's that servo motor there. As you can see, it's in. Because when I actually put this whole piece in, it was showing on there already fitted. So I had to go through and find out which part goes where. So I was skipping through and found it here. So as you can see, I've already scribbled on that because that's been done. So that's sorted. So we don't need to faff around with that bit. So there's that. So we've done those. So next we get 5906, which is that piece there. Ah, here come the tweezers. Right. Worked a way of doing this. What we do is we take this, because it's very, very thin, as you can see, very small, and we dip it in the oil and lay it in there so it holds. Same with this one. First, we're going to pick it up, and we put some oil on it, and that oil just holds it in place for what we need it for. So we've done, just need to move these up a bit. So I've done that one, that whole bit done. So it looks like that. Next 5903, which is this bit. And that drops over like so. And there's, nope, it's all dotted, so we don't glue it. Lay that back flat. So we've done that bit and that bit. Next, 5911. So 5911 is a 3 set. Oh, let's see if we can just get one. Yay. So we go 1, pop that on, dip it in the oil, and it goes in that hole there. Right, that's in. And we take another one, do exactly the same, dip it in oil, and screw it in. Come on, take. There we go. That's take. Why have you? It's not taken on the other side. There we go. Now I've got to do it on this side from a Titan. Right, there you go. Section 59. Another issue. It doesn't. You've got to really give it a good hard push to get it threading. Just be careful though, so you don't strip it and kill it. So that's down to touch, and I'm only going to do these down to, there we go, that's fine. Yeah, they're down to touch. That's all I'm doing. I'm not going to give it an extra tweak just in case. So we've done that bit. Next we get this bit. Thread that through like so. That's done. Next, we get 5902, which is the underside, and we drop that in there like so. Right, have I got anything to prop it up with? Let's have a look. Let's lift that up, slide that under there. Oh, look at that perfect perfect guesstimation. Close enough for government work, as we say. So that one's done, and that's how it looks. Next. Oh, that is, you couldn't write this script. Oh dear Lord. Right, so under you go. Really, truly, honestly could not write this shit. So we've got that done, and we've got that bit done there. Hello, Steph, says Jim. Evening, Jim. Everyone else out there in Chatland, it is a rainy and cold early April afternoon, perfect for modelling. It certainly is, Jim, and it's a dismal, wet, rainy April evening in the UK. Glenn's responding by saying hi, Jim. So just make sure this doesn't jiggle and joggle, and you know what? There we go. Blue tack always comes in handy when you got shit like this to do. Flip over. So when we get 05901, slide this on there. Right, it's got a step on here, so this is going to need a hard push. Now it's got to butt up to there. Watch me break this. Oh, I've only gone and bent it, you mucking fuppet. And there we go. That's on. You don't want to know how I did that. No, really, you don't. But needless to say, that oil tastes bloody awful. Don't do this at home, kids. So, done that. Done that. So now we put this on here. Give it a good squeeze. So all we do is we're just doing these ones down here. So I've got another one to do. What? Okay, I'm not even going to ask about that one. Right, so now we have that. So done that, and we end up with this. I've got that there, that there. That's a spare screw. Drop it in the pot, and we have 4 left. And that is it's not 5905. Those are 4 of them 5910. So that's 5910. There we go. Pick them all up at once. Just out of interest, I have got 5910. I've got 5706 there. These are all the packets of spare screws I've got that I haven't used yet. There you go. There's all the screws I haven't used. Why they come like, okay, that is, it's not a problem per se, but it's a frustration. Yeah, just send me the screws when I need them. Put the screws in the pack that I need them with. That will be so much easier. So much easier. But beggars can't be choosers. It was a freebie. I was given it. So I am not going to complain about that at all. Stage 60, rudder assembly. Right, so I can put, right, I need to number that. And that can go back in its bag. So that is 5905. 5905. There we go. That's back in there. So we're on to rudder assembly. Stage parts 60. Here we have 60. So let's get whopper now and see where we are. I am having a horrible feeling that I haven't printed off the next set of sheets. I hope I have. Yep, that's empty. So we have 60. Pop those over there. So 6001, 6002. 6003, 6004, 6005, 06, 6007, 2 off. They look like keys, but they're that bloody small. Right, got a Jim says at Glenn Hardacre, hello to you, sir. We watched you, lol, says Glenn. Yes, I know. 607, 08, 09, 10, and 11. Right, I've got several of those. So I'm going to do what I'm doing on the old Voyager. Another thing to add to your kit now, masking tape, because you'll be doing stuff like this. Because you can bet your bottom dollar we're not using that. And that is wrong end. 6011. 6011. And plonk that back in there. Now watch it prove me completely and utterly wrong, and it'll use it. Quick drink. So here we go. We know what we've got. We know what we've got to do. So we take 0602, that's the one with the leg, flip it like this. Then we've got 0609, and that goes there. I know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to do my usual stuff and jump ahead. What I am going to do is mark off what I've done. Then we take one of these. Okay, it says to thread those first and then put them in, but I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to be different. So I'm going to put some oil on there, and that as long as I don't jog it, we'll hold that in there. And then we take the other one. Do that as well. Pop that in there. Look at that. Then what I'm going to do, put a dab of oil there and at that end, and it just holds it in place, yeah, without having to glue the thing. So there we go. So we've done that one, that one, that one, and that one in a wanna. Slightly different, but after fanning around with the left aileron on the wing, it was so much easier to do it that way, using a bit of glue in all the parts just to keep it in place. What are you drinking tonight? Tonight, I'd be drinking cherry zero sugar 7-Up. Because of my issues, I'm taking a lot of funny drugs, and I don't drink anymore, because if I drink, I'll end up self-medicating, because if I drink the alcohol and the tramadol mix, and I'm what they call jobby free. What's jobby free, you ask? I can't bloody remember. Oh, pain free, that's it. Right, so let's right there and there. So I've got to line these up like so. So that's done. That's done. Now I need to take number 12. So number 12 is a set of 4, not the 3 with sort of washer type things on there. So I need to pick up my screwdriver, and we take 1, and we go dip, and we go that's in, and we take another one. We go dip in the oil, and then we can take this one down to touch, and we can take this one down to touch. I just need to lift this up and check it to make sure it's screwed down. Nope, that one needs a little bit more. Need to put some pressure on that little tinker. And how did I guess this bloody would happen? Because I fanned around with it. There we go. There we go. You've got to be really, really careful on this and don't grolly it. Yes, I know I'm an ex-armourer. Well, I wasn't an armourer, and you used to grolling things really tight, but you don't. Next. Okay, we're going to do the same with this because it's just going to sit there for the moment. Dribble of oil in both, just to hold it in place, and then drop that in like so. Now it's in there nicely, so it's perfectly seated, but being me, I have to fiddle just to make sure. There we go, that's fine. So done, and done, done, and done. So now we take this one. Right, we're gluing this. But before I glue it, I'm just going to test fit, because you never know. Oh, good Lord. I'm glad that didn't go in. It bloody did, didn't it? Also, you can get hold of these plastic levering tools. These are pretty good as well. There we go. So I'm glad I'm test fitting. Right, so I now know those go in nicely. No, don't pop it in yet, because that needs to go in. Wonk. Make sure it's in the right way first. Click, click, There we go. And that is seated in nicely. There we go. So we've done that, and that's what it looks like that. Oh, I just had heartburn there. Looked at that, I didn't see the screws there. I'm like, no, I've got them. No, I haven't. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Right then, so we're here. We need to flip this over, as you can see here. Uh, 4.5 white knuckles tight. Yeah, that's about right. So we're popping this little piece, which is 6005, onto the end there with a rudder. Now it's a D shape, so it will only go on one way. So looking at this, they flipped it over to like that, and then, but it doesn't really matter which way this is. This will only go on one way. So before I push any more, a little bit of lubrication, a little bit of lubrication. There we go. Click. And these are solid snap fits. So then we have done that and that. Next up, we have the light source. So that will go into that ridge. So the ridge on the light, I don't know, just above the cable, goes into that ridge recess in there. So we have, and it shows us how it goes. So this, is that about right? Yep, about that width. This is the reason I have these pliers. So we hold the base of the wires. Don't hold the LED because you'll crack it. And I very gently bend these out. It gives you a nice little picture there of how to do it, but I always use these, and then that will go in there like so, and then we need to crimp these together nice and tight so they go over that. So there we go, that's how it goes. Next, so as you can see there, I've done that and that's ready to go, so we'll just leave that there. And then we take this part, and there's a big slidey gap bit there for the cable to go through, as you can see. So it sits, you should have put it in this bit, and then you pop it on there like so. So we've done that. I'm just going to leave that like that, so it's like that, and then we use number 12, which I number 12. Yep, these ones. Let's have a look. Does that go through? Yep. So bit of oil. There we go. And then do the same with this one. Bit of oil. And then we go to touch. Go to touch. And there we have the light done, even though it's off. Oh well. So we can pop that under there, and this goes around the back of there. So that's how we should have it. And as if by magic, there we go, all done. Yay. So next, we take the back end. So there we have that. And it's the top one and the bottom one. No, it's not. Oh, I lied. It's the second top and the bottom one. So we have that like that going here. Okay, so let's just lay that flat, because you know we're going to be using 1, 2 of those in a minute. So we're not jumping the gun. Oh, I'm terrible for jumping the gun. Right, so yep. Yeah. So I'm going to use A6M. Dip it in the oil. Yeah, go away. Get off. And this goes in the bottom one and the second to top. And got that one in. Get the second one. And then we screw that one in down to touch. And that one down to touch. 1/4 to 1/2 turn, and then 1/4 to 1/2 turn. So we've done that bit. And the bit I was giggling at is this bit. You know, the one we marked up. Let's just rip that off. And we flip this over. Take this one off. So I didn't screw that one in. So this goes up through that one. Down through that one. And this goes on there. Let's get this plastic tool. Nice flat area. And then oh, be careful, Steph. So just move those two to one side. So I have done that and that and that. Now 5403. Now I have to go through these. Right, so 5203. No, it's 5403. 56, 57, 56, 53, 5403. There we go. One of those. That is why you bagged them all. Nothing worse than a debagging. Dip it in a bit of oil. And always hold the arm on the servo because it will move like that. Stop. Oh, you're going to be a right royal pain in the backside, you are. So what I'm going to do with this, I can't even super glue it because it needs to spin. Right, idea. So I'm going to take a bit of sprue. And get my chomper out. So I'm going to make that about 3 mil wide. No. And put that in. So square that off. Because that wasn't square. That's better. This is just to save you having to strip it down and remove it. So that is just going to go under there against that, like that. So that will stop this completely falling out. Just a bit of safety for my personal being. I've used oil that on that. I'm going to use my nice new shiny black super glue. This is all. Oh, I've left that up there. What was that? 4.5 white knuckles tight. So let's use a bit of black super glue. So this is super glue they use on tires. And this stuff is flexible. So that will stop that falling out like that. Look, that can't fall out now. Yep, that's not gone off yet. It takes about, how long does it say? 20 to 45 seconds. So that is in there. That is just a safety precaution to stop this arm falling out. It's not blocking it or stopping anything. So that's just for my peace of mind, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to get everything and the rudder's not going to work. And I'm going to go, I know exactly why that rudder's not working, because the bloody linkage has dropped out. So there you go. Bit of sprue. Well, it's not sprue, bit of styrene. I'll get my words correct in a minute. Pop that to one side. Put all these away. Use those. That can go back in. 5403. That is a spare one, I believe. 5803. Those haven't been used yet, and those two are spare. So we've done that, and that's what we're left with. Right, stage 61. Oh my god, we've got the bass. It's all about the bass, about the bass, about the bass. This is where it starts to get stupidly big. So Okay, so let's unwrap this and see what the base is like. Ooh, interesting. Use that for diffusing lights. Either that or greaseproof paper. There we go. Bit of MDF. Nice and solid. Sellotape. There in the bin. So let's start off with what pieces we've got. We've got 16101, which is this. Apparently, this is the three bits there. I'm just going to pop this on my lap, out the way, and work out which one's which. There's a limiter switch. Right, okay, they're showing that connected. I saw Happy Mondays on Thursday night. That was brill. Happy Mondays and spiral carpets and stereo MCs. What reminded me of that? Stereo MCs. So I said, this is connected. And all of a sudden, their song Connected jumped into my mind. No, I'm not going to sing it for you. So we have 6101, which is this one and this one. I'm not going to connect it. 6102, piece of black plastic. 6103, which is an angle. 6104 is on my lap. That's 6106. 6105 has got 5 there, and 6106 has got 5 as well. Right, they're the larger ones. So right on this, 6105, 6105. 6107 and 6106 in the middle. In fact, yeah, that'll do. 6106. I have no spare ones of these. These are all going to be used. So there we are with that. I'll quickly flip it over. Right, this should be connected. So this goes in there like so. And then we flip this over and we have this one like that. Yep. And we've got 2 screws in there. 6105. There we go. I can't put that on there because it's it doesn't, there's no way of getting it to sit, so I'm just going to put the screws in straight away. Bit of oil on the screw just to help lubricate. That one's in. So we'll take another, just a one. I don't want 4 of you, I just want 1 of you. Dip that in there. And there we go. That one doesn't look to be square. There we go. That is now. So we're just gonna do those until this can still move. So that's still a little bit too loose. A little bit more. Yep, that's fine. Same with this one. Yep, that can still just about move. So we do exactly the same on the other one. Hopefully it plays nice. That one's in, and then I had a bit of a squirrel moment there, got distracted by a picture. Oh, that one is well out. Come on, you muppet. Sort your crap out. Too tight. Still too tight. There we go. Sorted. So we've done that one, that one, that one. These switches should be okay. Why are they not aligned? Okay, I'll have a look at that in a sec, but they are switches and they should be facing outwards. So we have got, oh, wrong way, that one. So next we take the wood board and we have the 45-degree angle to our left. Place that on there. And we take two of these. And that's a bit of a bigger Phillips. So let's there we go. We'll use that one. So I can get a bit of lubrication. That's in. And then these move to allow you to adjust. So we're just going to go down to touch. I'm not going to leave them. That's tight. So let's put that one back. Park that over there. Glenn's commented. Have you heard Derek Vinny's AI song creations on the Armors page? No, I haven't, mate. I'll have to go and have a look. Is that old school armourers? So we've got that done and that done. Right, so that's what we end up with. Ding, ding, ding. So that can go back in the box. Get in your box. No, let me out. Get in your box. So it's saying, if the two screws for three that fix the motor at stage 51 are loose, replace them with special screws 6107 that come with this stage. Those screws. So let's have a look. Which motor are they talking about? They're talking about this motor here. And I seem to think it was, oh, tell you what, I'll put me, there we go. Nope, they're fine. So they're spares. So that goes in there like so. Glenn says one is, okay, I will go and have a butcher's. Right, so that is pack 7 done. So that can go down there. I have a funny feeling I didn't get pack 8 ready. Let's have a butcher's. Nope, I haven't got pack 8 ready. So what I'm going to do is call it there, because we've finished that section. We'll pop those in the box. In fact, what I'm going to do is put these. No, I need a different one, don't I? They're not going in tight, just down to touch. And there we go. That's bonded. That's a spill. So I'm just going to put everything away nice and safe. So I'm pretty sure the dear lady is out again tomorrow night. More rehearsals. So I will be back on again hopefully tomorrow night. And then we can start pack 8. So it's been a short but sweet tonight. Weather's a bit near. So where are we? There we go. And Greg says, good night. Enjoyed it. Good. Glad you enjoyed it, mate. So you guys take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. And remember, stay safe. Keep modelling. And I will see you during the week. Bye.